I'm blaming you for me leaving my mic muted on OBS. If I'd have been alone, then I wouldn't. Instead of setting the TeamSpeak settings, I'd have set my OBS mic settings.
Blaming me for this?
Yeah, it's all your fault.
You're blaming me for this?
Right.
What the hell do you think you are? Fair enough.
Fair enough. Exclamation mark, blame in the chat everywhere. Right.
Well, yeah.
Game 1. Master of Islands. Round 3. Best of 3. Between Vodka and Exit. Vodka's going to be in the yellow colour. Exit going to be in the blue colour. Vodka probably favourite for this matchup. I don't know how good he is on water, whether he lives up to his very, very high level of play that he's been exhibiting on land maps recently. Including I can't fail to mention this, he's running call to arms, beating tons of great players and really cementing himself as a top 1v1 player. Never seen him play on water, as I said, so going to be interested to see. Exit, pretty good player, been a part of the Czech team for a long time. Again, I don't know if water is a strong suit of his. We'll just have to see how it works, but I think Exit is a favourite in this matchup. Just looking at the islands, Exit is in a very vulnerable place if he loses like the front water on the front of his island, because that TC can be easily destroyed by war galleys with Bodkin, I think, if Vodka manages to park his navy there a bit later on. Even if he adds a few farms around his TC, it's going to be, no matter which side of the island Vodka's navy goes, it's going to be able to be picking away at them. Pretty straggly looking island for Exit here, although at least the rest of his resources, or with the possible exception of one of those main gold piles a bit later on, is pretty safe. And he's actually got pretty beefy looking forested area in the middle of his island to the south. Vodka also with a TC really close to the water, perhaps a little bit more sheltered than Exit's one. Looking at dock positions, obviously we don't know where they're going to put them, but in terms of potential dock positions, I think Vodka got the best deal here. Exit, depending on where he decides to put his dock, could end up picking a very bad one indeed and being stuck with shorefish, but it looks like he's going to make a very, very good decision. Okay, restart coming in here. I was going to say he would make a very, very good decision.
Lost his scout. So.
Did he? Yeah,
lost his scout.
Yeah, I was just going to...
That pretty much led to it, I think, as well as the map as well, he was probably thinking.
That was a late read, though, isn't it? 5 minutes instead of 4 minutes? I don't know. But yeah, Vodka, I was going to say Vodka could do a better dock if he scouted a little bit better, but he just did the worst one. It was horrendous.
Really? I did look. I was looking at...
He put it right in that channel between the extra islands, so that instead of just scout, if he'd gone a little bit further up, I mean, maybe he couldn't see it, maybe a scout didn't have line of sight far enough, probably didn't actually, but it seemed likely that he'd find a better dock than that. Then he ended up pretty much going the only place that could have been bad for him. So a little bit lucky for Vodka there, because Exit found a good spot, but then destroyed it all by losing his scout to the boar. I feel like we should have laughed more at that, really, because I remember, me and Bullet were just going crazy, taking the mick out of Robo for losing his scout, luring boars against Smarty. So if Exit's doing it, then we should have been
equally destroying him. If not more at him, because he's an expert.
Procaster is so loud, really.
I know. I think the louder the better. I think to drown out SMB, but
I'm surprised. I don't know what I've done
before you start lowering me, does everyone else got a problem with me being too loud? Because if it's me being too loud, then I can or SMB's low.
Yeah, I can. There's some things I can change.
I think you are a little bit quiet, to be fair, and I have got quite a boomy voice. You've got 20 seconds to fix it, by the way. You have 20 seconds. You're on the clock. Go, go, go.
I just took some baby steps towards equalising it. Maybe I'll just speak up a little bit more.
Yeah, you actually sound a little bit better now, so it's fine. Whoa!
Whoa! What are you?
I'm just looking at the map.
God, Vodka! No. Oh man, he could do some bad docks indeed on this map.
Oh god. Oh, well, X hasn't got a problem with a dock. There's no way he can screw it up. Literally, he cannot screw up a dock.
Yeah, even if he puts it in the channels between like the extra islands, there are some deep fish there anyway, and he's got a couple of deep fish on the back as well.
Jesus Christ! I mean,
yeah,
like even if he puts it to the left, like he has to literally go the entire map way down to even think about having a good dock.
Yeah, it's that little peninsula sticking out in between, like just below the extra island to the left. There is a little bit of a peninsula like that. Is where you'd want to put it. There's a marlin jumping out of the water. That's probably the best spot, unless he manages to find the one in the bottom right corner of his island where there's like 3 deep fish in one place.
That's true.
That is he might find that by luck.
I guess you could count the 4th one, that other marlin, the other marlin to the south. It's not too far away. I guess you could go there.
But yeah, pretty unfortunate for him.
Think he'll call a reel this one? Like, think he will?
Well, thing is, sometimes you will look at what you can see from the shoreline with your scout, which is only a few tiles in, and you'll see some deep water, and you think, I can probably do a good dock there. Like he's not probably might not have enough information to actually conclude that he's not going to be able to do a good dock. He's sending a house builder out though to the one spot where he sees deep water for now, and if he does that, then he's going to make a good dock. So if he builds a dock with that house builder as you'd expect, then he's going to get away with it and find pretty much I guess the north corner could have worked as well, but that would have been risky. Like
X has got a good dock position. He's as I said, there's no way he can put a bad dock down.
Seems I fixed the volume issues, which is good. I don't know if that really will go up on YouTube actually, so just to mention, this is a round 3 clash in Master of Islands. It is best of 3, and it's between Vodka from Italy and Exit from the Czech Republic. Vikings War to start off with, as in game 1 of all Master of Islands game matches. After that, we'll see Hidden Sea free pick with no repeating of civilizations.
X is having trouble, by the way, because he's trying to push these deer in before he gets the boar, and he messed it up, so he had to go for another sheep. And if you look at Vodka's already got 1 boar already in instead, and they both had docks coming down at near similar times. So, in fact, I think Vodka's went down first because bring the boar in now. I think he was to try and push the deer in and then take the ball with a scout or something, but that just didn't work out. So now he's having to adjust. So I think he's behind now. Like he'll go up slower, I think, at this rate. Oh, unless Vodka takes his ball. Oh god! Oh no! Sorry. Oh
yeah.
Boy, that's what I do. That's what I do.
But he can delete that straggler with a palisade as well if he wants to. But the thing is, he's finished a ball. Whereas his first ball finished as Exit started, pretty much.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. I don't think he was probably looking at the time, and then he realised it's not the end of the world. Yeah, he can palisade top, but then that's a big issue itself because you want to have those 2 stragglers so you can when you go up quickly, of course.
Yeah, it does help transition. First. You certainly don't want to delete all your stragglers.
That's why I'm deleting it because he's just not the end of the world, but it's.
So Exit parked his scout next to his second ball for ages, and then at the moment when he would have wanted to lure it, ran away and then sent a villager. I mean, obviously he wants to scout the rest of his island, but it did seem odd that having left the scout there, he then chose to send a villain, generate a little bit more idle time, so to speak.
It's funny like that, because some players do it with the scout, and then other players would do it with the villager. I think it's fine for Exit doing the villager, because the distance isn't that far for him, so it's not really a massive loss in terms of village time. Whenever I watch people when bullet change to me, I just do it with the scout constantly. I don't know, it's just me, I find it a bit I think I prefer to do the villager way, because the scout's it's got fully HP, so it won't just die to 1 galley shot, and then...
Yeah, there are pros and cons, certainly. And I guess if you get landed as well, it means your scout's stronger to help out with defending.
But both pick up. But look at the difference between 2. It's about, what, 8 seconds difference? But Vodka's got 1 extra vill, which is pretty nice.
Yeah. pretty high population to be going up with, actually, 27. But he's added in. No, he hasn't added an extra fishing ship. What am I talking about? Just the villager. Right, so both players docking at kind of opposite ends of the map, opposite ends of their islands. So even if we'd seen a bigger difference in uptime, it probably would have taken a little bit more time to get that first engagement, and maybe it wouldn't have, like a faster uptime wouldn't have been as decisive. Something that interests me though is that with Vodka's dock positions, like it's going to be so easy for him to land exit.
But likewise for exit though, like where his dock position is, he can just land Vodka. The difference here though is that Vodka can just that sort of like tiny little bridge or whatever you want to call it, like the gap between that tiny little tree and then like. I think it's just easy to do like 2 layers of like stone wall across it. If you really want to do it that way, but even still, like Exit could just transport around it. So
Vodka's only now discovering that land bridge. Actually, he's just kind of turned back with his scout, and that revealed one tile of the fact that his island does extend. I think up to that point, unless he should check back and see that now. But up to that point, he was assuming that his island ended there. He hadn't seen the land bridge. Would have been interesting if later on Exit landed there and Vodka was like, "What the hell." I have line of sight to everywhere else. How have you landed me? Bit axe not being missed by either player. 3 docks. Vodka going to 6 fishing ships, whereas Exit stayed with 5.
I am no at all by any means a...
Vodka getting badly housed.
Pretty greedy, isn't it?
Badly housed at this point. He'd only just started building the house with 1 villager, after he got housed. Going to slow him down quite a lot, and we see Exit Scout taking some damage there from Galley's two shots or so. So perhaps justified. It might have gone down if it had been used to lure the boar. But that housing issue that Vodka had is okay. I was going to say it allowed Exit to catch up on the vill count, but he's still kind of one vill or 3/4 of a vill behind.
He got housed as well, but he's actually housed for quite a long time. Poor bloke.
Yep, it's not really been fluent for either player thus far, has it?
Not particularly, but it's maybe I don't know. Maybe they're just a little bit rusty to first game for them on islands, whatever. Maybe a long time. I don't know, but I get housed a lot, so I can't judge.
Yeah, but these aren't mortal players.
Mortal. I live forever.
Okay,
the blacksmith's coming down. You should see the blacksmith's coming down about now. Like this is sort of the right time for a blacksmith. Oh, okay, that's the one for Max being put. But Vodka hasn't put a blacksmith down just yet.
Yeah.
Okay, now he is. See, look at me. I'm don't play islands, but I know my timings. Oh, please.
Oh yeah, I couldn't see it. I was like, what? I was expecting that villager by the shoreline just building all the houses to do it, and I'm like, she's not done it on my screen.
Did I just hear something got destroyed, like a building or something? Oh yeah. Exit. Looks like Vodka decided.
Yeah, I think he started building another house, and then he decided to put it 1 tile further to the left and leave a little gap there.
Why?
I don't know. I think probably to maybe facilitate taking the deer or something.
Yeah, I guess so. Probably so they don't come around the other side of the house. Yeah. I'm guessing, so the villas don't get sort of trapped. I'm assuming. It's kind of weird though. That a bad mining camp by Exit.
I think that in the earlier part of the game, when he's only going to have say 4 to the 5th and 6th vills are pretty inefficient, but the first 4 are pretty good. WTF lag.
Focusing on the galley wars and more on the eco.
There isn't a galley war, but neither player is actually engaging. No. There has been one slight coming together, which at Exit just turned tail from, and that was it.
No, we're not actually watching islands, we're just watching migration. This is literally just like migration. They're going to come over to each other and go, oh, there, defensive advantage, there's more galleys here, I better go back. And then it's going to constantly happen, I feel.
Yeah,
actually, there's 5 docks put down by Exit. It's quite interesting. Normally you do 4 docks, and then the 5th one, either before you go up, or unless you're struggling on the water a little bit, generally speaking. Or if you're because look, Vodka's on 4. So he's going to probably, benefit from the extra wood that he's saving up to build the market, which do, and then sell the stone or whatever and pick up a bit faster.
Yeah, Vodka's pretty close to getting getting up actually. He's just got housed again, but the market is being built, and the moment that goes up, he can go. He may not even have to sell, to be honest, to go up. He's basically got the resources saved up already. Another round of galleys might deplete his gold stockpile enough that he chooses to sell, but...
Well, it's interesting because Exit decided to make 2 more fish. Like, so he was on 5, now he's on 7. Oh, I think try and go up. I think he's probably realised that the rush distance and so on, and that he's... Like, these fish are just so safe. There's no way that Vodka can get them, really, unless he goes all the way around the other side, which...
Yeah, well, Vodka's already on shorefish at this point, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's up first, though. Like, he is...
Yeah.
Exit actually...
Buying his way?
Buying food, yeah. Buying his way up. Sell stone, did Vodka?
Didn't have to sell stone.
No.
I think Vodka didn't use the market at all. Exit just sold some wood, bought 100 food and went up.
I think this has actually come down to, I think, the 4 docks he made. You know, that's what been spent for starters, and also he had the 6 fish, you know, before the 5 fish, and he had to make more. I actually quite like what Exit's done here in a way, because he's realised that...
They're laughing at each other, just having a funny game.
Well, it is funny game, because it's probably the most passive islands I've seen. Like, unless Smarty plays it, then it's...
Hey,
you know.
I saw a Milmano versus T90 Islands game that was this passive.
Oh god, no. Look.
I'm not making any references to what happened at like minute 30. Or 35.
Always.
I'm talking about the galley wars at like minute 20.
Why do players land, honestly, at you know, that sort of thing? God, I just want to play normal Crash and then, you know, war galley battles. He has to land and make knights. It's unfair. I think we should make a mod of no transport ships, and then that's it. If you're gonna have to win on water.
Exit walling up the right hand side of his island, just to give him a bit of warning and a bit of defence. If Vodka chooses to make the easy crossing to the right hand side, but neither player thinking about that just yet. Exit's gonna run. Yep. Try and keep that mass.
I don't know what's going to happen here, honestly, because Vodka hasn't made any more docks, as far as I'm aware. He's stuck on... Oh, okay, no, he has. No, my apologies. There are now 6. But there's only 4. But there are 6 now, okay.
You know, I'm actually glad that he's coming forward with those galleys, and now war galleys, though, because I was like, we've seen such a passive game before, where they just, like, do an Imperial race after the Castle Age race.
Yeah. The thing is that, like, you know, Exit can take the fight right now, because he's got the Vodka done, and you know, Vodka's got to back off. Here we go, just chips away at a dock, and then he backs off. Like, oh. He's actually got his university up, though, by Vodka, so he's probably going to get that ballistics fairly early, which is...
Exit has it too. Doing? Exit
yeah.
did uni, and clicking ballistics just, presumably just ahead of Vodka.
And now I hate his mining camp. I hate that mining camp now.
Yeah.
Gotta put DC on it now, please. For the love of God. For the love of Twitch chat, please. Alright.
Bowsaw being got perhaps a little bit late for both players, but more or less the same time, so not going to really impact the game.
Do you think it's because they want to get the university and the ballistics, like, to get a guarantee on that? But then surely wouldn't the Bowsaw help that? It's one of those weird conundrums.
I don't know. I don't know if it would pay off early enough.
I think it's the food, because you want to get the war galley and the bodkin, so you're a little bit... And you go up so fast, I think you're just a little bit short. But then again, you've got 7 fish, which is a bit unusual at this stage.
When you've added that number of fishing ships, 2 or 3 extra fishing ships, it should be viable to get it earlier, I think.
Yeah. I could see it probably, you know, from a vodka standpoint, because he's been in short fish for a bit of time now, but... Exit's got no excuses. Look at the bill count though. Oh, okay, it's now 1 apiece. I thought there's like 3 off, and then now it's 1.
It's probably idle fishing ships, like become villagers or something.
Do they? Oh, that's weird.
Something like that. Anyway, sometimes the fishing ships appear in the village account. Okay, we've got action. We have an engagement. It seems like the whole of the game has been building up to this one moment. This is exciting. It's such exciting stuff.
24 minutes in.
Patrol in and leave it. Yeah, Vodka's got the advantage, hasn't he?
Taking a hammering. He's going to stick with it though. He's like, can't tell if I'm winning or not. This is the most difficult fight. You have no idea if you're winning an engagement until the very end. And you've lost most
and of now if you exit, you're looking at this and you're thinking, crap.
Yeah, still.
And then he says, Type 7. Abandoned
Like,
ship. Oh
I've
dear.
lost.
Terrible, terrible wordplay.
It's probably just, again, I think it's just down to, like, if you get your guys into position, and of course, Vodka's got his docks are much closer for a second part.
Yeah.
So
The other thing is he did 5 docks early on, but didn't really get ahead with that. Whereas Vodka did the 4 and then added 2 more to get to 6. So he's had a little bit more production.
Well, time for a landing then.
He's investing in careening though to try and
Oh, that's
regain some initiative on water. Although he's...
I think like a big debate though, I swear. Some players are like, oh, careening's the answer to it all, and then some people are like, why get careening? It's not really that effective in Castle Age. You know, in terms of like Imperial uptime, like it's like what, a quarter of your Imperial upgrade you're spending on careening. So,
I think that in this situation where if he has a stronger navy, then he keeps his fish working well, and it pays for itself.
oh
Perhaps
yeah,
if
that plus 1 PSR on those fishing ships, yeah, like, they're gonna survive.
No. I mean, if he can block up this area with his galleys and use the defender's advantage, then he keeps all the extra deep fishing ships that he has working.
I was just trolling you a little. I was just trolling. Alright, so Vodka is 3 TCs. What about Exit? Is he on 3 TCs? He's on the what? Oh, 2 TCs. Right. Well, good news is the mining camp's now working. It's now okay because it's now become efficient. It's now like a 6-star camp. Oh, amazing. God, that's actually what's more interesting actually right now. Is if we get to the later game, this middle island is where Vodka's currently got his galleys at. Because if you can get a castle there, I'm just saying if, right? Then, like, you're in business, honestly. Like, that is probably, like, really game-winning stuff, because in between both players, it's covering both sides of the water in a way. And, of course, it's extra gold to take from on top of that, so... watch this space.
So, it looks like Exit is getting confident to go out for another one. Is he on patrol? Yes, he is. Vodka isn't. Okay. But he responds quickly enough, yeah, just to... Man.
He really being that confident? Oh god, he is as well.
Exit, you don't want to do this.
It's not a terrible start to the engagement.
No, he's got the better position, but overall... I mean, he obviously couldn't see how many galleys were floating behind the main, like, the front of the army, but...
God, no, giving everything
just
away out.
From the omniscient streamer's perspective, he didn't want to do that.
Yeah, he just realised 11. It's like I've got a great engagement, then it all went downhill.
Yeah, like if Vodka didn't happen to have like another 15 behind, then it would have gone fine because he had the better patrol, the better position.
Exit's just gonna. I think Exit's gonna sell and buy up. Like he's got 2 TCs, idling both with TCs. But look, 300 stone in the bank. Right. Oh, he's got 2 on the stone. Interesting.
Are you upping?
No. Are you upping? See, I tell you what, right? If I was the other player, I would say yes, just to try and make them quit. I'm not kidding. It's a perfect, like, psychological move.
Yeah.
Like, they'll think that you're up.
This is clearly being played in good spirits, though, isn't it? So I don't know.
Back in the day, he used to do that to me all the time, and I was like, oh, I quit. And then he's like, I wasn't even up, dude. Like, I had like 100 food, and I was like, what?
And Exit is going up, but he's about to take a fight. Right now, he's got a better positioning, and Vodka's kind of all over the place with his ships, so not really able to bring his numbers advantage to bear.
I think Vodka knows that X is up though, because you wouldn't ask that question on islands in particular if you know that sort of thing. That's why he's going quite aggressive now, I think. I might ask Vodka actually.
I did notice that Exit picked off a monk that was going to get a relic for Vodka with just the one galley. He picked off a monk. Pretty
oh god. Poor soul.
Game deciding. That will turn the whole game.
Definitely I like this from Exit though. Look at the top of Vodka's base. It's got 1 war galley, just annoying that wood line. Picks up a bill. I mean, that's game deciding right there, people.
Just baby steps. He's going to inch his way back into this game.
The path to victory is nothing but picking 1 bill off at a time.
Vodka though is banking wood like crazy. Like, he's got 1,000 in the bank.
X has got nothing. Wait, someone sold wood, by the way, actually. Was it Vodka?
I don't know.
Or was it Exit? Exit sold 100 wood, bought 100. Yeah, he sold 500 wood. I don't think that's actually worth it, really.
Huge battle between Monk and War Galley. War Galley wins. That War Galley's picked up 2 Monk kills.
Oh god, you got the relic in though. Good news. He's got 1 relic in.
I'm backing that War Galley to take down the monastery now.
Are you?
I believe in it.
You want to put a bet on that? You want to put a bet?
No.
No. Interesting. Siege Warship being put down by Vodka by the docks, maybe to get probably like Cat Ram and then Siege Ram and just patrol it by the edge. Like, if you see that where the island extends to, I think you must know, of course.
Yeah.
Clearly,
You can pretty much
just situate them right there and then just take an engagement, which should just make them win.
Yeah. And the thing is for Exit, like he idled and stuff to go up faster, which kind of keeps him in the game. But you know he's so outnumbered anyway. Like he's still not going to be able to take a fight that's really going to turn the game around. So.
Oh yeah, look at Vodka. He's actually landing in the middle island and put a siege warship and a dock on the other side of it. Realising what's going on.
Flu says in the chat, can't Exit, just keep quiet whilst he's playing. The game's starting to speed up a little bit for me now. Slow it down. I'm going to slow it down to 50.
Oh, 50. Oh,
yeah.
I'm...
Well, 50 is
50.
normal speed.
I'm 50.
So that's...
only getting galleons from a little bit behind in tech upgrades.
Yeah, that's Siege Workshop going down. Right, it's left two lone battering rams sitting there.
Look at that military difference though. It's passing 30 different. Okay, loses 1 Siege Workshop, builds it in the same place again. 2 rams. I would like him to get Cat Ram though soon. Otherwise, like the battering rams are pretty pretty weak, I would say in a way. It's kind of weird to say that, but they are.
I mean, there's an example of it there. It's been taken down pretty easily.
Yeah, like 5 galleons. X is taking a horrible fight, by the way. He's all over the spot. He's focusing a dock or something, or the ram, and then everything else just by Vodka's just destroying it.
Yeah, just having those buildings there, making the fight much more favourable for Vodka, and he had fewer galleys just messing around at the back. Although Vodka has just removed half of the galleys from that battle line. Maybe wants to go around the right-hand side, but even so, I think he had just as many remaining on the left as well.
Oh, he's backing off. I think he could just end the game here by just going for a full engagement. Like, just send a few. Yeah, just send like a few up there. There's not many to deal with. This game is pretty much over. I can't see how it's going to. He has to land like to make any chance of winning this game.
GG. There we go. Yeah. Kind of as Flu's saying, Vodka, just kill him. Get on with it.
Pretty much. That was. I think it just came down to the first fight. Is that one of those sort of games where it just comes down to the first engagement and then that just dictates how the game will go on from pretty much there.
Yeah.
It was a really passive game and then it just sort of went, oh, okay, let's fight. 21 minutes in. We're both in Castle Age. Forget the Feudal Age, right?
Yeah. It's just kind of a gentleman's agreement almost, wasn't it? It's like...
Pretty much. That's the British way of doing things, I think. A gentleman's agreement and then backstab them later on.
Yeah. More kills for Vodka, obviously. Getting a little bit ahead in resources as well. A few thousand more wood.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
And he was booming off his 3 TCs compared to Exits 2 as well. So making up for the lack of deep fish there.
The five dock feudal age thing was the. I don't want to say it was the wrong decision to make, but okay, I am a little bit because if you think about it, like normally you go 5 docks generally, if I remember, if you want to try and dominate that sort of feudal age map control, whatever grush, but they weren't really grushing, were they? Whereas Vodka decided to do 4 docks standard, realizing that it's such a long grush distance that I don't think the 5th dock would matter. Yeah, I questioned the 5th dock because there's a lot of wood investment for little result.
Possibly. The thing is, like, I don't think he really used the docks to produce so many more galleys.
Yeah.
So the military numbers were roughly the same, I think, when they were going up. So it wasn't as though the fifth dock was used to then sink an extra 500 or 1,000 resources into galleys during the feudal age.
Yeah. Could be. But that was a great mental exercise in terms of fish. Oh, great. Okay. Okay. What is it with Exit, by the way, and having maps where he just starts at the top of it all? Like, he does not have the luck. Like, oh boy.
Well, yeah, his map leaves him kind of vulnerable to fire from the shore if he loses that kind of front area of his island. But at least this dock positions would be pretty decent for him. Like, it's hard to do a bad one here for him, and pretty much likewise for Vodka as well.
Yeah, this time it's pretty right for both players. The good thing though for Exit is like his second goal, let's call it, is dead center of his map. Literally dead center. That's safe as houses. The other one's okay as well. It's to the back of the island, and even though it's close to the shore to the waterline, it's fine. I wouldn't have any problems with it. Okay.
Yeah, Vodka's left one potentially could be a little bit vulnerable in the Castle Age. But I think it's fine for both players. I think this is a pretty fair map. Let's have a look at the civilization choices. We've got Japanese for Exit and Huns for Vodka. Which do you favour here?
Huns. I would take Huns because no houses kind of rule a little bit. No, Jav's still pretty strong. No doubt about that. I don't know. I just fancy Huns because you don't get houses for starters, and you save a lot of wood from building the houses as well. I think they're much more aggressive you can play with in the feudal age because again, I don't want to quote Viper there, but I think he did say he wants to be a bit more aggressive generally. I think. Don't quote me. I think it was an indirect quote. But anyway, Japs are still really strong. You've got the cheap lumber camps and so on. I just fancy Huns because also I think you got better land options as well if you go Huns again.
Yeah.
I
think personally, I think I said this on a previous stream. I do like Japanese for the economic bonuses, of which there are several. But I take on board what you're saying there, and yeah, probably stronger with the landing as well. Although Japanese, if you wanted to land with monks, you've got that option as well.
Or go Cav Archers, like one guy did the other day. Goes Cav Archers and Siege. That was a surprise. Wait, he's trying to take this. Anyway, it's like Vodka's trying to take this board, but he needs to hit it twice, I think.
You mean Exit in blue?
I'm looking. Oh, he's in yellow, Vodka for me.
Oh yeah, Vodka. Both players are having exactly the same problem.
Oh. He's given up on it now.
Yeah, Exit sending a villager to. Like, Exit went down 17 HP on Scout, whereas Vodka went down to 10 HP. So.
Vodka might restart because he doesn't know about Exit's issues.
We'll have to see whether he judges that to have had too much of an effect on his start.
Yeah, it's not been too effective.
But quite funny to witness both players struggling to lure the ball with the Scout. See what he could see.
You know what's also a bit OP for him? Look at the extra gold island for him. For him. I mean for him, because look, it's for him.
Yeah.
There's no way Exit can take that, practically. My boards. Playing Scrabble?
Yeah, this has been a problem throughout the series for Exit, hasn't it?
Yeah, he is.
Struggling to get those boards in.
Also, he shot the ball once. Yep. Well, that's his fault. He should.
But he was doing this with his Scout as well. It's like whatever rating he is,
it
and
could be lag.
They were complaining about it. You're right.
House for Exit. Yeah. What do you think about Vodka's dock? Honestly, like, what? I don't know where I stand with it. Like, it's back dock. It's got plenty of short, deep fish. That's good for him. I think it's okay. I don't know. I guess he's doing it because his TC is quite close to the waterline. So, and of course, there's extra goals which he hasn't scouted yet, but will do.
Yeah, he'll start to feel more vindicated by it once he actually explores the area. But for now, he just sees the deep water, and like you say, it may be an instinct to protect his TC by massing in that area. Because kind of expanding on what you were suggesting if he put docks on the front of his island and then they'd kind of had a face-off across the front of the map from his point of view, then Exit could have just dispatched some galleys around the rear and just raided his TC and his economy pretty easily. Whereas,
yeah, go ahead.
I was just finishing off the train of thought. Keeping those docks on the back, it allows them to keep those fishing ships safe, and the TC safe.
So we are now going to see, like last game, another passive like a migration style. Because if you think about it, the rush distance to get to each other's docks,
yeah, it's
like,
huge.
this will end up like another sort of 7-8 fish game where it's just going to be where it's focused on Castle Age. And then maybe look for engagement.
And if it pans out like that, then Exit's got the better civ, probably.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think you're right. I agree on that one. I think he's got better civ in that regard.
So there's quite a difference in the uptimes this time. The rush distance is huge, as we've just mentioned, so that won't be have such a dramatic effect as if this was like Rooster or something. But Exit with one extra villager.
Oh, look at that. Look at Vodka making the fish. Oh, 5 fish for both as well. But look at Vodka is taking some shore fish. Oh, please, fix it. Fix it. I'm not going to fix it. Okay. It's got one of them taking the big fish and then 4 of them taking the shore fish. It's like, what? Okay, sorting it out now. Thank goodness. What I do when I'm watching islands critique like fishing ships. God, I'm sad.
Third dot going up for Exit, third dot going up for Vodka, pretty much same timings.
Yeah, it's still on the middle island with the 2 tile stoners. It's still relatively important, nonetheless. It's something that's pretty important to take, for control purposes. And Exit can, I feel, like, in terms of landing, Exit's got a better chance of doing so because he's on the front and doing so. Way, if he wants to go for a landing.
Exit choosing to add an extra fishing ship now as late as the kind of pretty much. I don't know whether he did it after he reached the feudal age or just before, but even so, going with an extra fishing ship straight away, trying to take advantage of that Japanese fish boom a little bit more than Vodka just for the moment. I was about to observe that Vodka's third dock was idle, but he's just queued a galley in it.
Yeah, this favours definitely Exit a lot more. Like the fish are just so much better generally because it's much open. Where these fishing ships or vodkas that keep going towards the shore fish automatically because it's closer, I believe. So, or not in line of sight, whatever the two. So it's like half of them are not even working efficiently enough. Yeah,
and this should impact the castle time each time quite dramatically.
Well, I changed my opinion then. X is looking really good at this point. Okay, I'm going to stick to Vodka's guns in this one.
So, looks like Vodka is being oh so adventurous and setting out across the map with some galleys just now. Whereas Exit is just sitting at this, looking at this situation and thinking, I'm quietly fish booming with Japanese. I don't want to go anywhere with my galleys. I'm just going to sit here and protect my fishing ships. Vodka also does have one scouting galley in the north, which could have ran into that patrolling navy from Exit, but looks like it's just going to miss it. Also got one sneaking around the back of the island, but the problem with that, you run into a fishing ship with one galley and you just can't kill it because it's a Japanese one. And then you lose it.
Crazy. Oh. You do 1 damage to him, I think. The 6. Yeah, you do 1 damage to him. It's got 128 HP.
I think the galleys do get some bonus damage against the fishing ships, so it should do a little bit more. But yeah, still, it's significantly reduced.
Yeah. Bully the way down. At least he knows where he is, and I guess X is going to eventually find out where Vodka is as well. Oh, but that fletching kicked in a little bit earlier for Exit. Oh, the 1v1 battle. This is the battle we're looking at right now. It's looking really tight.
I refer to notice where a unit has actually been destroyed. Yes, 16 minutes, we have the first destruction of a unit in the game.
First blood.
Galley sunk in the channel between the two players.
Vodka won it, and he picks up 2 for nothing. He brings another one to the battle. Look at that, 3 HP that one lives on. What a BM. What a slap in the face for Exit. Like, I don't need fletching, I just need buddies.
That 3 HP galley is on monk killing duty now on. He's got it. Vodka should just go and park it on that relic by the shore and Exit's island.
Oh my god, that would be
if it gets converted, it doesn't matter.
Well, look, we actually got some action. Like, holy cow! Like, for Russians, that was great in the last game. We've actually got 2 kills. Actual like.
Vodka's click up to the Castle H. And Exit's nowhere near. What?
S&B, Japanese fishing ships, something's gone wrong with them because Vodka's got up quick. I think it's because he just put mass on berries. Yeah, he did. And it must be a save for Exit though as well. Yeah. Okay, I'm lost. I have no. Maybe he bought. Did he buy up?
Yeah, Exit has taken much less of his berries.
Yeah, there's no been buying up either. Just Ray got up on his own. Well, there you go, people.
Okay, we see the 2 navies coming together. Vodka not on patrol. Okay, he spots it.
Down. Oh no!
Vodka isn't on patrol, but he's the one who picks up the kill without losing it.
What? What? That one stayed at 12 HP and he picks up 2! Oh, what? This is such BS. Like, I patrol in or whatever, or don't patrol in and lose everything. He doesn't patrol in and manage to pick 2. In all seriousness though, it's because of being in the army, still sort of split up, but...
6-0 on kills right now. Vodka
oh my
trading
God.
much better. Okay, Exit's in the game. He gets that kill.
Ow.
But Vodka's having the better time at the mic ring just for the moment.
This is great because he's going to have to Castle Age, so we're going to see like Exit just turn back. He's like, well, I can't fight this.
I bet he types in the chat now. 7s are going to come out for him if they weren't mic ring.
Yeah, a whole bunch of them, like...
Or maybe even a 9. Ooh.
Oh god, like 10-3 right now, and there's a war galley.
GG.
GG, yeah, Exit just called it. It's like, you know what? I'm only clicking up. Oh, there you go. That's how. This is why Huns are so good. In comparison to Japanese.
Yep, Vodka, more total food collected. More total everything collected, actually.
That shouldn't really make any sense. Like you're absolutely right, because like Japanese, of course, got much faster working like ships. They've also got cheaper mills. So I'm really wondering how Exit picked up so much slowly.
Yeah.
What, 4 docks? Did Vodka go? Like, yeah, he went 4 docks as well, pretty much. Well, I'm lost. Like, I am actually lost in this game. Like, if someone expert water player can tell me how the hell that Vodka got up faster and collected more resources overall, then enlighten me, because I am struggling to understand.
I think if we look back, we probably see some just inefficiencies going on with Exit. I mean, he obviously, because he stayed around in the Dark Age a bit longer, he invests a couple more hundred more food in villages, but it doesn't really make any decisive difference there. But I guess we'd probably just see his food economy looking a little bit more inefficient, probably laying down farms. Although I think Vodka only had 1 farm, didn't he? He just went mass berries. But yeah, Vodka safely through. I think he's almost made it out of the first stage of the tournament, because this tournament is in...
still phase 1?
Sorry? Yeah, there are 3 phase... It's round 3, with Vodka entering in round 2 as a quite high seed.
Right.
But there are 3 phases to the tournament, which I need to remind myself of. I think there's I think the next stage is best of 5.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then it goes back, and then once it gets to the last few players, there's like a double elimination best of 3 leading up to the finals. I need to check this.
That was just, that was just really weird. Maybe do you know what? I'll send a rec to Spirit of the Law, and he can come back with all the mathematics as to why he got up quicker. I'm not even kidding. Like I might actually look over the recs myself just to try and make sense of that game too. Well,
Right, so stage 1 is best of 3s until we get down to 8 players. Those 8 players then go to the last 16 with the 8 top overall seeds from the tournament, which forms stage 2. That's a knockout best of 5. And then the 8 players remaining, so once that round, stage 2 is last 16 round has been played, those remaining 8 players play a double elimination up until the finals. Very complicated tournament structure you come up with here, Pumacel.
I don't have any idea of the tournament format either.
No,
Phases, rounds,
stages though.
It's not that complicated.
No, it's not.
It's extensive. That's the word. It's extensive, but we like extensive. I'm trying to cover up for our mistake there. Listen. Don't want the mighty Pumacel to be mad at us.
Wow.
Oh God!
Here we go. Dan's game in the chat.
Dan's game. I'll recover this. Don't worry. Don't worry.
We even got a follower out of that with those fantastic Ireland's games we just witnessed.
There you go. I solved it. By the way, S&D.
Yeah, I see.
Foreign policy.
So,